Because there's givers, matchers, and takers. Those are the
Yeah.
three kinds. And I realized I'm an overgiver. So I
Okay,
need
wait,
to
say
be
that
with
again, Grace. Givers and who else?
matchers and takers.
Nurturers and takers. Okay,
So
gotcha.
overgivers, when they're unformed and not healed, will attract takers. So stage in my
Mm,
life, I do business in the world, romantic business, friend business, business with other givers. Because then we just overgive each other.
yes.
I am still a recovering alcoholic. I'm still a recovering people pleaser, fear of rejectionite. So being with takers, I still go into all my old patterns.
Yeah. Yeah,
And then
because they'll pull you into that world that you used to know, and that actually might be feel more comfortable for you sometimes.
that's
Do you
what's
know
the
what I
love I
mean?
know. It's the devil I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I had to get super uncomfortable and start to put so much more energy into my own self so that I
Right.
could be what I wanted to magnify. Do you I get a partner that has got a beautiful relationship with their family? Absolutely not, because I don't
Right.
have a beautiful relationship with my family. So there's the work.
Right.
See what
Right.
I mean?
I
It's freaking
do.
okay. So now we have this pattern. We just get scared because we think the money, the love, the things are going to come the way that we were taught, but they're not. They're going to come the way we know when we first arrived here, through love,
Right.
love of
Through love.
ourselves first, feeding ourselves, clothing, treating ourselves like a diva, like a queen, like a goddess.
Mm.
What does that mean? That means a daily milk bath with flowers, and but we don't operate like that.
Right. That's not like, well, you can't really, I think realistically, you can't have the daily milk bath,
You
every
can.
day. You could, but realistically, I don't think that you can. I
You
don't think
can.
so.
You
But I
can.
think it could be different. It doesn't have to be a milk bath. It could
That's
be
right.
an amazing cup of tea at night with,
Right.
whatever, just you and your head and your mind and a book or a journal or time with your friends that you love and adore, some sort of.
Love gesture for yourself.
There you go. That's
Yes,
that's the
every
word, the
day.
love gestures. Yeah, every day. It's got to be every day, every day. Okay, so wait, let's go back to your relationships because I know a little bit something about you and the fact that I want to say you may have complicated this love life of yours by marrying someone that was very popular, well, celebrity
That's
style.
right. That's right.
Not even style, celebrity, well-known celebrity. And do you feel like that was an added pressure for you? And did you suffer under that pressure? Because I believe it would be pressure. You've got somebody that's really well known all around, and here you are having to be all the things to this person who's already, a big personality. Was there a lot of pressure in that? And is that one of the reasons why it ended up not being the final relationship destination for you, right? That it came to an end.
Well, I believe, yes, so much there, so much
Yeah.
potential, but every relationship will come to an end if you're not ready for the relationship. Every
Yeah.
job will come to an end if you're not ready for the job. So the ending is more. So when I was a teenager, I met this group of kids that were all becoming rappers, right? Everybody was at the time.
Everybody was a
And
rapper back in the day. Everybody
it
was
was a
going to be
rapper back then.
famous. Yeah.
But they did it. And so my
Yeah.
first boyfriend, my first love, was in a rap group called A Tribe Called Quest. And one of the things that happened was he
Woo!
wrote a song about me called Bonita Applebaum. And that song traumatized the shit out of me because all of a sudden his career being this big thing developing on this side, and I was helping, I was working with them as a friend, loving them all, Dela and everyone, helping with
Yes.
people I know and working on their album cover and doing all these fun things because that's what we all were doing at the time. But
Mm.
his life was blowing up and I was a chef and it wasn't combined in the world's eye until he started talking about it and that song made it like made it made our relationship be public. And that was the
Gotcha.
first time I realized that, like, oh yeah, that's not my way, that's their way. And but yet it and in those days we didn't have internet, so privacy and being an artist and creative was all kind of a thing. Like you liked
Right.
your stuff being behind the scenes. And so it was a very confronting experience. And I vowed to never do that again
Mm.
on the trail of like how I got to Usher. And
Right.
then so I went into these other relationships looking for something different and end up having a very similar situation in each one, whether the people are famous or not,
Right.
because the work was within me.
Yeah. And
I
because if
needed
you
to-
don't do the work, you keep getting the same things. Like you said, if you're not doing the work to illuminate something different, you're constantly going to attract the same. But
That's right.
it'll look different, but it'll essentially be the same.
It'll be the same. And you'll know it's the same as soon as you start to get, we all we fall in love. You and I fall in love, Kimba. We're having an amazing relationship. And then in months later, we're having these fights. We're like, I don't even recognize you. Like, yes,
Right. Like, who
because
are you? I can't stand you. I hate the way you chew. Oh, girl.
we've merged past our own selves. We've talked in our
Mm,
head. We weren't honest with each other. And now we don't recognize each other. Now I've
right.
said something that made you weird. Now you're not going to say anything. Now I'm going to change the way I feel. And all of a sudden, we don't know each other because who the hell are you? You lost the spark and magic of what I was originally excited and attracted to. And
Right.
so that is really more of the last relationship was I was so broken and I went into the music industry and I was in there for so long and that if you want someone to break you, work in the music industry.
Oh, girl. Child,
So
right now. Don't even say that because right now we already see people just falling apart out here with the music industry. It's
and I
just,
work
it's
with
a
most of those
mess.
people, by the way.
It's a mess.
And so when I landed in the last one, I had learned what I had failed in the last two. So I was going to
Yeah.
be better, but better
Better.
taking care of him, not better taking care of me.
That's the thing. Oh,
So
this is the
I got into
problem.
so had I met him and we both were fully formed and done our actual work and came in with like I love you because you work with how I love me.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I came in like, and you, what do you what can like
Right.
coming to America? I was like on one foot, whatever you like, whatever
Hopping
you like.
with the roses and the.
I was like, okay, more. And then my second husband was so verbally abusive and that he was telling
Yeah.
me all the time what I wasn't good at. So until
Mm.
I've done inner work, I just took that as like, ever seen the show Naruto?
No. Oh, is it a cartoon?
I'm obsessed. It's anime.
Oh,
It's amazing.
yes. I've seen some episodes, but I'm not like a follower fan type thing,
It's
but I
like
know what you mean.
you want some life coaching, watch that show. And there's this
Really?
whole, oh my God, there's so much in there of like, you can be of service, but are you of service beyond your needs? Or are you in service? You know what I'm saying? We get these things
Yeah.
confused. And all of it ties back to being your third grade friend. Oh,
Mm.
you brought lunch. You didn't bring lunch for me. Now my feelings are hurt. Are we still friends? We got to get back there because
Right.
the grownness we have is just made us liars and false. And we're not ever actually in relationship with each other. So how do we think we're going to have a delicious life partner, incredible? I'm 70 years old. We're walking hand in hand around the world together. If we can't even be honest about our own needs inside our
Our
own selves.
our own shit, basically. We got to face our own shit, and we're not strong enough or courageous enough to do that. Like we're afraid.
Courage, that heart
That's
thing.
courage. Exactly.
Courage. So we have to take the baby steps every day, every second. Joy is a secondly practice because right
Mm.
this second, I'm feeling good. Someone can call me and tell me something horrific or spew their own pain and fear on me. But if I've done enough work for myself, I'm bubbled. I'm
Right.
like, oh, Kimba, I understand you're having a hard day. And what you said really hurt my feelings, but I love you and I know you're having a hard time. What can we do right now to either change this conversation or we go take our space and go, whatever. And when I work with
Humble.
clients, I work to negotiate what they need,
Mm.
them and their
Right.
partner, them and their kid, because everyone needs something different in truth.
Yeah, they
And it's
do.
getting vulnerability is honesty.
Hmm.
Vulnerability is saying, I'd rather not have any of you fools if I'm going to feel the way I feel inside. I don't care what you're
Y'all
bringing to
can
the
kick
table.
rocks. I don't give a damn. I don't want no friends. If this is what friends look like, I don't want them. Yeah, no, seriously. You've got to, and people have to be brave enough to do that. Separate themselves from, like, it's the chaff, right? Whatever doesn't serve you, whatever is the filler, but not substantial enough to fill you, has to go.
That's right. Think about like Kobe Bryant,
Mm,
LeBron James. They have to win a game.
right,
So they have to have four other people with them to strategize how to win the game.
right,
They're choosing people based on their skills for what they need in that game.
right,
I argue that we also are living in the game of life. And we need a board or a starting five or an advisory board of people who have the positions. Doesn't mean you can't have friends, you won't kiki it up with someone or go out, but in your day to day, do you have people that you can speak to about the empire of me? I
right.
need, my business is failing. Who do I
Mm,
reach out to who understands that my people ops, my human resources in me is a failing? That
love it.
my legal team is the problem. That the
Right.
finance committee, that we have to see ourselves as these empires that are merging with other empires.